It's fluctuating. It's a fluctuating feeling which I feel from time to time. I just like to deal with things myself, like to act like things are okay, when in actuality it's not. And I feel like it's easy for me to do that. I could be suffering with something, I could be doing really bad mentally, and nobody would know about it. Nobody would know. I just would hide it. I would try and keep it to myself and deal with it as best as I can. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, David here, your favorite content creator, right? So currently right now, I'm in my conservatory, as you can see, and I was just doing an hour of prayer time. But before I clicked on record to do this video, I was contemplating for quite a while on whether I should do this video or not, because I hate to break it to you, this is going to be another video that's going to be hard hitting. It's going to be about me opening up about things, and it's going to be quite melancholic, sad and depressing. So I'm very sorry. I do apologize that it's going to be another one of those videos today, but I feel like I just want to open up about some things, how I've been doing mentally and what's been going on, right? Since I'm very transparent, open and honest with you guys, I feel like I want to share those things with you, since that's what's been going on quite recently. I don't necessarily like doing the melancholic videos because I know this is very demotivating. It doesn't uplift you, right? I like doing the happy type videos where I'm smiling, I'm giggly, and I mean, I am happy right now, but later on throughout the video, it's not going to be that way. I like to do videos where I uplift you guys. I like to do videos where I'm happy, and just like I said previously in my other vlogs, I can't always do those videos, but it's truly a blessing when I do, because I know how good it makes you feel, I know how good it makes me feel, and so we both benefit from it. I need to open up about some more things, because I don't feel like I have been doing that quite recently. I've been trying to avoid opening up to people in real life, especially my friends as well. I would lie to them about certain things, and now I just want to be honest with you guys. Like, all of my friends are going to watch this, everyone's going to watch this and gonna message me later or whatever. Sometimes you just feel very compelled to tell someone, because you can't suppress it for that long. You can't suppress it for a very long time. You just have to tell someone, and then you feel a whole lot better. And so that's what I'm doing today with this vlog. So I'm gonna let you guys in to how I'm doing mentally. I would say it's fluctuating. It's a fluctuating feeling which I feel from time to time. So yeah, I'm gonna be going to the gym today. I'm gonna be doing some workouts. I'm going to record some of them, and then I'm going to come back home and I'm going to talk about some things that I want to share with you. Hello, so I'm at the gym currently right now. We've got a bit of Ed Sheeran playing in the background, Castle on the Hill, so hopefully I don't get copyright strike for this. Okay, so today I'm doing legs. So it's leg day today, and believe it or not, this is actually my favourite day of the week when it comes to my gym workouts. Leg day, I love it because I love to feel this soreness in my legs. I like it when I'm very stiff and I can't move, because that means that I'm doing it properly. So I love doing leg day. But as always, just like I showed you in the other gym vlog that I did, this isn't a gym vlog, but this is a bit of gym that I'm showing you in this vlog. I'm doing 10 minutes of treadmill at the moment right now. I don't know if you can see the treadmill, right? 90 down those. Yeah, I like this song actually. But yes, I'm gonna do some treadmill, 10 minutes of this, and I'll get on to my workout. This kind of reminds me, I was sitting in the right exact same spot when I was doing my opening up vlog, if you remember that. And now that I'm sitting here again, it's an indication to you that I'm going to be opening up about more deep and personal things. So if you're ready for that, then stick along for the ride. But if you aren't, then you can tune out. So, quite recently, for a couple of days and even last week, I've been having this ongoing feeling of heaviness in my heart. I would have this heaviness in my heart, and sometimes I'd feel very empty. And it would get quite bewildering because it would be like a roller coaster. My mental health would be on a roller coaster, so I wouldn't even be able to tell certain days how I'd feel and how I wouldn't feel. So just to explain further, one day I'd be feeling quite ecstatic, jovial, over the moon, happy and joyful. And then the next day I'd be feeling very melancholic, depressed, hopeless and disillusioned. So in a way, it would be like a very fluctuating feeling. It would come and it would go. It will come and it will go. And I'd say one of the contributing factors towards why I was feeling these array of emotions is merely because I feel very alone. Now, that may come across as a shock to you, considering the amount of friends that I have. So let me elaborate on that. So I feel alone because sometimes I feel like I have to alter my personality around people. I feel like I can't be my true 100% authentic self because sometimes people would make critiques about me and I wouldn't be able to help those things that they're criticizing me for. For example, I repeat myself and that I talk about random things. But when these things are a part of your personality, when they're intrinsic within you, they're inherent and you can't really help the fact that you do these things, it feels like you have to suppress those things and adjust your behavior accordingly to how the person wants you to behave. And that's not a very authentic thing to do, to suppress your behavior or suppress things that people don't like about you just so that you can meet their expectations and so that you can make them happy. I think it's very inauthentic to do that. And that's primarily why I was feeling quite downhearted, because I feel like I'm not really understood. I feel like I can't be my authentic self around anybody. Like I have to always put on a facade and try and put on a character because people can't accept the real me. And I know as deep as that sounds, as deep as that is, it's just how I felt. And yeah. And obviously I am aware that other people are going through issues. I know that this issue of mine, it can be rectified, and I know that there's much more abysmal things happening in the world, but I feel like I want to open up to you guys about certain things because this is something that I don't really like to do. Whenever I am going through an issue, whenever I am feeling quite depressed or upset about something, or whatever the case may be in terms of negative emotions, I like to deal with it myself. And when I do that, I suppress and I suppress and I suppress these emotions within me, the negative ones. And whenever I meet somebody in person, in public, I'll put on the happy, all smiley David, because it's a lot easier to do that. It's a lot easier to show people that you're happy. It's a lot easier to show people that you're doing well and that you're doing fine. But what's not easy to do sometimes is to open up about really deep stuff, because with every action that you take in life, with every decision that you make, there's obviously implications that follow after that. And some of us overthink, and you think sometimes, oh, it's a sign of weakness. Oh, this person is going to think that I'm weak or whatever. I'm trying to preserve my masculinity, right? Because being a masculine man is not associated with crying, being too emotional. And David over here, I would be guilty of trying to preserve that, to try and appear as more masculine by not getting too emotional about things. And now I realize that it's okay. It's not okay to be too emotional. Like, you get so triggered or flustered by the slightest of thing. Like if something spills on your shirt and you cry over that, then obviously, it's just very pathetic to do that, right? But if it's a valid thing, like if you're going through a mental health crisis or if your relative or family member has died, then it's a valid reason to cry or be emotional for that. But yeah, David wouldn't really like to open up, and even to his friends, I'd be suffering in silence. I wouldn't really open up to people, and that's a me problem. Because I see it as me being problematic. I see it as me burdening people if I tell them about my issues. And I feel quite guilty. And I feel guilty because a friend of mine asked me how I was doing. And I lied to him. I was going through stuff. And I said to him I'm fine when I wasn't. And I feel a bit guilty for that. But yeah. And the things that I was going through is I was having these intrusive, aggressive, violent, suicidal thoughts. I was thinking about, I was thinking about taking my own life. And I know it's most probably very idiotic for me to think this way. But with how gloomy I felt, with how disappointed and how downhearted I felt, I was getting these thoughts in my mind out of nowhere. Like, I was getting these thoughts out of nowhere. And then I was starting to ponder on it, and I was like, oh, okay, like, maybe things would be better if I'm not here, and that sort of thing. And yeah, sometimes I feel like, I don't have many people that resonate with me, and it can get quite lonely to feel like you haven't got a person who vibes the same way that you do, that has the same type of energy and vibes with you. And yeah, it gets sometimes tough to get these intrusive thoughts. I get intrusive thoughts that, I'm not good enough, and that sort of thing. I'm sure you get this as well, that you're not good enough. I get thoughts that I'm not good enough for people. And yeah, it's just one of those things that people struggle with. And I know that I have to take actions and precautions to alleviate the way that I feel, to alleviate all of this negativity that I'm feeling. But yeah, it's, even right now I'm smiling whilst telling you this, because it's just like, it's a coping mechanism for me. But when I'm out in public and when I'm going through stuff, it's just easier to put on a smile. It's easier to put on a smile and pretend like everything's okay when it's not. I would be going through this is a me problem, and this whole vlog is quite pathetic. Just me complaining about stuff, my sob story, whatever. I'm overcoming these challenges that I have within myself to open up to people, because it's something that I do not like to do. I just like to deal with things myself, like to act like things are okay when in actuality it's not. And I feel like it's easier for me to do that. I could be suffering with something, I could be doing really bad mentally, and nobody would know about it. Nobody would know. I just would hide it. I would try and keep it to myself and deal with it as best as I can. Even my own family, like, I don't even tell my family what I'm dealing with, because I don't want to worry them about things, right? And obviously it would worry them to an extent, and that's why I don't want to tell them. So deep down inside, when I'm going through stuff, you will never be able to tell, because I'm always putting on a happy face. But right now, I'm okay right now. But it's something that I need to work on, to open up to more people. I just have this self-limiting belief in my mind that tells me, if you open up to people, you're burdening them, you're going to be labelled as a problematic person. Because when I have opened up to people in the past, I wouldn't get the best response. They would discourage me from doing it again. They would tell me that I'm burdening them. They would tell me that I'm stressing them out. and that's why I don't really feel like doing it again. So that's what I wanted to talk about with you today. It wasn't a very happy vlog. I mean, the gym was great, that was great and all, and now this is a very mellow part of the vlog. And I hate to do vlogs like these. I really hate to do vlogs like these, but I really want to be open and transparent with you guys. I don't want to be that YouTuber who comes in front of the camera and fakes all of these emotions, because I'm not a person who does that to you. I'm real and authentic with my viewers. So if I am going through stuff, I will tell you about it, and I'll tell you what I've learned from it. Right? So what I've learned from this is that even though you may be going through stuff, you may be going through all of these vicissitudes and problematic situations in life, but the thing that you have to do sometimes is you have to focus on something else, okay? So I'm not saying completely shut away your emotions. I'm not saying completely forget about it. I'm just saying when you go outside and when you talk to people, focus on them, be present in the moment, right? Don't let this rumination of thoughts in your mind circulate and take room in your mind. So I would highly suggest, well, I've done this myself actually, and it has actually helped quite a bit. Just try and look for the great things in life. Try and look for the things that you can be happy about. Try and look for the things that you can be optimistic about. So right now, I'm happy that there's a sunset, and I don't know if I can show you this. I'm gonna try and show you. You may not be able to see properly because of the window. There might be a bit of darkness or contrast or lighting issues here. I'm not sure. Can you see that? I'm trying to show you. Yeah, okay. So when I do get in these states, I think about the things that I'm happy for. I think about my childhood. I think about my family members. I think about my brothers. And I think about all of the love that I've got in my life. And I look outside and I say to myself, what a lovely day it is. It's such a lovely day. I look out the sky. I know this is quite cringe. I look at the sky and I think, wow, it's nice and sunny. God has blessed us. God has blessed us with all of these amazing things in life. He's blessed us with animals. He's blessed us with clothes. He's blessed us with arms and legs, because some people don't have legs. Some people are wheelchair bound. Some people don't even have vision, so they're blind, they cannot see. Some people are deaf, so they cannot hear. So just these basic things, just the littlest things in life, you can be truly grateful for, because the things that you currently have, I can guarantee you that not everyone has them. Just the fact that you can even talk, just the fact that you're living in a country that gives you free healthcare, these are all things that you can be grateful for. And so when you do get down in a rut, and when you do feel like things are hopeless and things won't get better, just let me reassure you now that you've been through so many horrible situations in life. To live to this very day, you've been through it all. You've been through the worst of the worst. And if you've been through those horrible, abysmal situations in life, then surely you can overcome this as well. Those are the things that you have to take into consideration. Gratitude and having that warrior mindset. Because when a boxer gets knocked down, what does he keep doing? Round after round. He keeps picking himself back up again, doesn't he? He keeps picking himself back up again, round after round, and he keeps fighting the fight. And that's what I used to say in my outros, in some of my old videos. When you fall down, guys, you just have to keep picking yourself back up again. And I know it's not easy. Sometimes I feel the worst. I get these intrusive thoughts in my mind, and I feel like life can't get better. I feel very hopeless about my situation. Sometimes I feel like a villain. I feel like the most hated person on earth. I feel like everyone hates me, sort of thing. I get these thoughts that, oh, you're not good enough for people, you're not interesting, you're not good enough, David, you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not attractive enough, all this stuff. And I just think to myself, fuck that. No, fuck that. You know what? People do like me, people are interested in me, fuck that. Fuck thinking negatively. I think to myself, yeah, I can get girls, I'm attractive, I'm fairly attractive, so it's not ugly, right? This might be me sounding a bit arrogant now. I think to myself, I'm only 21, there's so many opportunities for me in life, there's so many paths that life could take me in. So this current situation that I'm going through right now, I won't be going through this in a year's time, in a month's time. So Sometimes it does get hard, but you just have to keep reminding yourself of life's blessings, the things that you can be grateful for, the things that you are grateful for, the things that you do have, and how life can get so much better in the future. Because why would I let some diminishing thought determine the rest of my life? Why would I do that? These are just intrusive thoughts that are very temporary. And for me to let them have full ownership of my life is a very idiotic thing for me to do. So how I turn that thought around is I think to myself, you know what? I'm quite attractive. You know, I could get a girl. I think to myself, people do like me. I am interesting. People laugh at my jokes. People find me funny. People like me. They like to hang out with me. They invite me to stuff. Right? I've got people inviting me to birthday parties. I've got people inviting me to hang out with them. So how can people not like me if people are doing this? And yeah, this may be coming across as a bit arrogant and conceited now, but I'm just giving you a few examples of what you can say to those belittling thoughts in your mind, how you can turn those negative thoughts into positive ones, right? You just have to manually force yourself to think something positive about yourself, and then it will become automatic. And then you will no longer experience these negative thought cycles and rumination in your mind anymore. I was getting a lot of self-limiting beliefs, and I was thinking about doing this vlog for a couple of hours today, like an hour. I contemplated on it. I was like, should I do this vlog? Should I do this vlog? Should I do this vlog? And I was like, okay, we're going to do it because I know that I can inspire somebody out there. I know that maybe you're going through stuff and you don't want to tell people about it. Well, here I am. I'm doing it. I could put my whole life on a billboard. You can judge it all, okay? I've made mistakes. It takes great courage to open up about weaknesses. It takes great courage and strength to open up about failures in life, because life isn't always the best. It's not always going to treat you well. And so when you do open up about these difficulties, it will inspire other people. It will motivate them to do the same so that they won't be suffering anymore. And that's what I'm doing today. So yeah. I don't like doing vlogs like this, but I want to be authentic with you and I want to tell you everything, right? I don't be fake. This isn't scripted. I'm thinking at the top of my head what to say. It's not scripted. And yeah, so that's how I felt for a couple of days. I'm not feeling like that anymore. I mean, I felt a bit like this heaviness in my heart today because I knew that I had to record this vlog, and it's quite hard for me to open up about difficult stuff. And I don't like to do it. And yeah, I am repeating myself. But yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this vlog, me singing Ed Sheeran in the gym. That was quite a good song actually. And what's this? What's this? There's something on my eye. What is that? What is that? Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. I shall see you in another video. Peace out. Over the castle on the hill.